Welcome to another episode of Solitaire Quest. I'm your host, the Blood Knight of the Old Republic of Bloodganistan. Like, share, and subscribe. And today, at this moment, at this time, I'm reviewing the Doctor episode serial story called The Chase. It's a nice name to it, you know. So yeah, we find out that the Daleks are chasing the Doctor. We find out that the Daleks are chasing the Doctor. The Doctor is repairing some stuff and everyone is chilling. As one does inside their TARDIS, you know. So yeah, we find out the Doctor is repairing the visualizer. They got a time TV. They watch Lincoln and his address. The address cuts out. They view Elizabeth I and Will.I.am Shakespeare. You know, they got Elizabeth I, and they also got Will.I.am Shakespeare. You know, right there. And they go to a planet with two suns. Me personally, I would advise against that. You're just asking. It's like you go to a planet with two suns. It's like you might as well just be asking God to give you skin cancer, you know. And yeah, Vicky and Ian go up to a dune and find desert stuff. The visualizer is still on, and Barbara sees the Daleks. We find out they're chasing the TARDIS, and we got this line from the Daleks. Annihilate! 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 And yeah, the time visualizer has Earth planet names on it. For reasons. I guess they were going to imply that, like, the Doctor was from Earth, but the future. Oh no, the canon's still murky on that. But they have Earth names on the time-space visualizer. And I guess they were going to imply that the Doctor was from Earth before, but from the future. Like, canon wasn't set out yet. So, yeah. And, yeah. And Ian and Vicky, they are just screwing around in the desert. Just doing random shit in the desert. As someone who has watched One Piece, the Alabasta arc, it's like, I'm having freaking flashbacks. It's like, fucking flashbacks. PTSD of just Luffy fucking around in the desert. Just fucking triggers my PTSD. Luffy just fucking around in the desert and how that annoyed me. Alright. What the hell? Why did I put a 2? Okay, yeah. What the hell was my mind thinking? Okay. Anyway. So yeah, Ian and Vicky have left the site of the TARDIS because they have no survival instincts. It's like, if you're in the goddamn fucking desert, Like, don't lose sight of the landmarks, for fuck's sakes. So yeah, we got a visual of the Dalek raising itself out of the sand. We got part 2. We got part 2. The Daleks are searching. Vicky and Ian find a tentacle monster. We know how that hentai goes. Oh man. Like the untapped potential for hentai. The untapped potential. So yeah, the Daleks, they kill an alien. The Iridians explain the drying of the seas to the Doctor and Barbara. We find out that tentacle creatures invaded the cities. There's an explosion, and Ian is... Fuck, the hell did I write? Yeah. The hell did I write? He's unconscious. He's unconscious. So, yeah. The Daleks find where the TARDIS is. The Doctor and Barbara have a meal, and Barbara is acting... Why are you so... I don't know. The Daleks threaten the sea people. If I were the Doctor, I'd say to the sea people, the Daleks will totally betray you. The Daleks attempt to destroy the TARDIS. Vicky is walking around. Ian steps up. Fish people take Vicky. The tentacle monsters attack. And the Doctor, Ian, Barbara, and Vicky, or the Doctor, Barbara, and Vicky escape. The Daleks are making plans. Ian meets up with the Doctor, Vicky, and Barbara. The group plan to get the Daleks away from the TARDIS by getting it to fall into a trap. And the Doctor managed to dodge some of the Dalek beams, and they trip a Dalek. They get into the TARDIS and escape. And so yeah. So yeah, the Daleks continue their pursuit. We got part 3. The Daleks get back in their time machine. They manage to escape, and there's another time machine chasing them. The Daleks are in pursuit. The TARDIS lands in America, in New York. Yeah, I wrote down my notebook. Yeah, the Doctor is just inviting collateral damage at this point. TARDIS materializes in New York, and Barbara meets a guy from Alabama, and it's 1966. We find out that New York got destroyed in the future. I mean, it's getting destroyed now in the present, but yeah. Oh. Alright. The Alabama guy thinks they're making a movie. The Doctor and group leave the TARDIS. They leave in the TARDIS. The Daleks show up. Daleks interrogate the guy from Alabama, and then the Daleks leave. Don't get why they didn't just exterminate the guy. The Doctor and company have a jump in time period. They materialize on a boat. I wrote down my notebook, why do they keep leaving the TARDIS? Vicky bonks Ian. The sailing ship crew searches the sailing boat. They find out they're on a sailing boat. And then, the Daleks appear on the boat. And the sailors just nope the fuck out of that situation. Everyone just jumps into the ocean except for the one guy. But then he also chooses the ocean. I wrote down my notebook. Understandable. And the boat is called the Mary Celeste. And it is a real boat that got abandoned in real life. And the crew disappeared, never to be seen again. So, damn. It was that they actually used a real boat. They used, I can't believe the BBC crew. I can't believe they actually went back in time and made a whole crew boat disappear for the episode. That's hardcore. And we got part 4. The TARDIS materializes sometime in the past, and they're in a haunted mansion. They're in Central Europe, allegedly. They explore the haunted mansion. The Doctor and Ian finds a laboratory. They find a Frankenstein mummy. Becky and Barbara find Count Dracula. Vicky disappears. Some Scooby-Doo shenanigans is ensuing. Apparently they're in a dream world that exists in the human mind. The Daleks can't enter the realm, allegedly. The Daleks find them. Frankenstein finds a Dalek and destroys it. The TARDIS dematerializes without Vicky. Frankenstein wastes a Dalek. And we find out that there were animatronics in place in 1996. So, damn. Can't believe they predicted Five Nights at Freddy in Doctor Who. So, the Daleks create a clanker version of the first Doctor. Vicky stowed away on the Dalek time machine. Vicky tries to hail the TARDIS from the Dalek time machine. The Doctor has to repair the TARDIS, and they're gonna steal the Dalek's time machine. Vicky keeps trying to hail the TARDIS. The Doctor activates the Clanker Doctor. We got part 5. The Clanker Doctor is activated and must infiltrate and kill. Even in the future, you can't fucking take it. These freaking clankers, folks. Freaking clankers. So, Vicky keeps trying to hail the TARDIS. Oh, wait, hold on. The Doctor, Ian, and Barbara travel to the planet Australia/Florida. There are swamp creatures. The Daleks are like, kill all life. Clanker Doctor is on the prowl and must infiltrate and kill on planet Soundstage, Florida. So yeah, they're on Planet BBC soundstage, folks. And they really need to utilize the low quality TV in the viewer's imagination for this one. Because yeah, it's clear that they're on flat ground. They're not in a swamp. Vicky manages to get to the TARDIS. The plant life is active. The Clanker Doctor is on the prowl. We get this quote from the Daleks. The patrol will continue. Clanker Doctor finds Barbara and leads her away. Clanker Doctor traumatized Vicky. Freaking clankers, I tell you. So, yeah. Clanker Doctor traumatizes Vicky. Vicky explains the Clanker Doctor. Ian tries to overpower Clanker Doctor. Clanker Doctor and the Doctor have a cane-up fight. I wrote down my notebook. The third Doctor is showing inside the first Doctor. And yeah, the Clanker Doctor gets disabled. The first Doctor is fatigued. They all wake up and discover a city. Ian has the idea to use the Doctor as the imposter for the Clanker Doctor, but the Doctor fails. Now we got sphere clankers now. We got part 7. Part 7. Because the BBC, they just want to like pad out the story, I guess. So yeah, the sphere clanker assists the Doctor, Ian and Barbara. They go to the city, give them sanctuary. The spheres are all clankers. They find a new human named Stephen Taylor. Stephen Taylor is with them on the stuff. The clankers make the planet habitable. They're all prisoners like zoo specimens. The Daleks go on the attack. Stephen Taylor built a Hobby Lobby ladder. Ian finds a cable. Stephen Taylor and the group must climb down. The Daleks attack the sphere clankers. Vicky is afraid of heights. Stephen Taylor bails on them. The Daleks fight the sphere clankers. The sphere clankers have flamethrowers. Stephen Taylor stayed in the city because reasons. They find the Dalek time machine, which emulates Time Lord technology. Stephen Taylor escaped. The Doctor is frustrated with them. Ian and Barbara want to return to Earth, and the Doctor helps them return back to the past in 1965. There are a bunch of photos of them. The Doctor will miss them as he views them in the space-time viewer. I wrote down in my notebook, what happened to Stephen Taylor? What happened to Stephen Taylor, folks? I want to know, and I will find out as I continue to watch Doctor Who. So anyway, I like this episode. It was nice, but I feel they padded out the stories a whole lot and really messed with the pacing of the story itself. But you know, you gotta look at this back and you go back in time, and it's like, yeah. It's like this, the show is on like once a week, 30 minutes. Then they do the next episode like that. So, yeah, I do have some perspective, but yeah, they went to Planet Soundstage, Florida. Oh man. The low budget on this Oh, the low budget kills it for me. Oh. But anyway, better Doctor Who than Nutty Gatwa. I'll tell you that. Or Jodie Whittaker. It's like William Hart. It's like this is better Doctor Who than Jodie Whittaker and the Nutty Gatwa eras combined. I give this episode, The Chase, I give it 11 out of 10. So I give it one full Spinal Tap. So yeah, out of 10. Anyway, I'm your host, the Blood Knight of the Old Republic of Bloodganistan. Like, share, and subscribe. Stay frosty, stay sexy, San Diego, and watch those wrist rockets. I'm your host, the Blood Knight. Peace out.